Are you ready for a sensational summer of success? Or are you headed for another summer of setbacks? Oof. We're kicking off June, kicking off your quick tip Tuesdays with how you can get that sensational summer that you probably missed out on last year, especially if you're watching this in 2021 and you're watching this live and not a replay, however many years from now. But oh my goodness, 2020 was nothing but setbacks for a whole hooping lot of us. And that's not unique. 2020 was a unique experience in and of itself. But having a summer of nothing but setbacks, gosh, so many of us end up in that boat. We start off with the best of intentions. We plan for having a spectacular summer, going out and doing and experiencing all the things that we want to do and experience, and it just doesn't work out. We end up with one setback after another, and it's just playing on repeat, same old of not getting the experiences that we want. So, what can we do to change up that record and quit playing it on repeat and finally get that sensational summer of your dreams? If you're new to my world, welcome. I'm Dr. Vicky, gentle chiropractor for people as well as pets. I'm a Reiki healer and a mind body coach. What all that means is I'm here to help you and your fur babies live the life of your dreams. And I do that by assisting you not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally as well. Because all three of those pieces are connected. You can't look at just one and expect to have the best results. You've got to look at all three, that mind-body connection. So, how does that play in with how your summer's going to go? How can you set yourself up for having a sensational summer finally and not go back to play and repeat on a summer full of setbacks? Let's dive on in. What you need to start with is mindset. A lot of these series that I do, I start with the mindset piece first, because where you are in your head space, also known as where your inner identity is, influences everything you do and everything you experience, or rather how you interpret those experiences. So we got to start with the mindset piece first. And that looks like starting with a new set point. Our subconscious minds are so powerful, and they run nearly every single habit and decision and pattern that we run. They make so many of the decisions for us. And then our conscious mind's job is to justify those decisions with whatever logic we want to throw on it. But it all starts with the subconscious mind, and it runs like a computer. Every decision it makes, every judgment it makes is based on past experience and based on what your set point is, what it perceives as your constant level, your set point, the point that you keep going back to. So if you want to change your results, you got to change your set point. You got to change what it is that you are willing to accept as your bare minimum. So this all starts with, what are you no longer willing to tolerate? We gotta change that set point. We gotta upgrade that set point first. And what are you no longer willing to tolerate can look like some different things. Are you no longer willing to tolerate feeling restricted and feeling held back? That can be physically, with pain or stiffness, or feeling like you're just getting old, that this is just the way that things have to be. I'm throwing air quotes if you're listening to the audio and not watching me. Because getting older is a privilege, feeling older is actually optional. You're supposed to get some wisdom in your years, but not necessarily pain and suffering to go along with it. Those do not have to go hand in hand. A lot of us are programmed by society that it's supposed to, and that we're supposed to avoid getting older at all costs. But that's not really the truth of how it has to be. That no longer willing to feel restricted can show up as maybe mental or emotional restrictions that we've been holding, that we've been feeling like have been holding us back. Are you no longer willing to tolerate a life of mediocrity? Being okay with just okay. This is good enough. I don't need to strive for better. This is good enough. I'll let you in on a secret. That's the baseline that most health insurance companies run on. It's just getting you to good enough to go back to work so that you can keep paying your premiums. That's all that they're there for. Health insurance is not there for health. It's there to get you just okay so that you can go back to work. What is it that you are no longer willing to tolerate? What has been your set point that you're no longer willing to put up with? That you want to up level and you are finally determined to upgrade? Right, so now that we have removed what we're no longer willing to tolerate, now we have a void in our subconscious minds. And the mind will not tolerate a void, it will fill it with something. We see this a lot in folks who are trying to release a smoking habit. They get rid of the cigarettes. Now there's a void. Something ends up in that void. And if they don't choose its replacement, it will be chosen for them. A lot of times it gets chosen by a new bad habit, like overeating or picking up something else. So, mind will not tolerate a void. We got rid of what we're no longer willing to tolerate. What are we going to choose to replace it? You gotta choose what part of your identity you want to upgrade. And step into that identity upgrade. Fill that hole that you just took, that piece that you're no longer willing to tolerate. Fill it with your upgraded identity. Think about what it is that would make your summer truly sensational. Now take a step back and think, what do you need to have in place to truly have that sensational summer? Now take one more step back. Who do you need to be to make that happen? Because it's not just what you're doing, it's who you're being in the doing. What do you need to make this summer an absolute sensational experience? And then who do you need to be to make that happen? And the last piece is thinking of what tools you need to bridge that gap. Because we have a gap now. We started with what we're no longer going to tolerate. And now we're looking at what upgraded identity we really want to step into to have the experiences that we want to experience. How do we get between the two? That's the bridge that we need to build here. And you start by listing out what tools you need to put together to make that change happen. And as you're thinking of those, don't judge them. List out the things that you need, but don't judge whether or not it's possible to get that into your hands or into your reality. I'm talking people, I'm talking places, I'm talking things, I'm talking resources, concepts, ideas. What is it that you need to get from where you were to where it is that you really want to go and who it is you really want to be? As you're listing things out, your mind will want to judge whether or not it is possible. When that happens, that's totally normal. That's how our minds work because they want us to stay at our set point. Our minds understand our set point as safe because it hasn't killed us yet. That is its only way of processing things. Have I experienced this before and did it hurt me? No? Okay, I want more of that. Have I not experienced this before? I don't know if that will hurt me, so I'll go back to what I know didn't, whether it's good for me or not. That's how our minds work. So, when your mind pipes up and judges these things that you're listing out that you need to get from where you were to who you want to be, when those judgments come up, say, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but what if this was possible? Powerful mind, what if this was possible? And it'll probably say, but it's not possible. But what if it was? Let's just role play here. This is all in the theater of your mind. Start to have that dialogue with yourself. Maybe not out loud if other people are around because they might think you're a little cuckoo. But start to have that dialogue with yourself of what if this was possible? if you start to have those thoughts and feelings of, I'm not so sure I can do that. What if you could? As you start to list out what you need to get from where you were to where you want to be, also start thinking about what is the first tool, the first piece that you want to bring into reality. Because if you have too many options, you're not going to do anything. If there are two bunnies in the backyard and the dog sees both of them and the bunnies go separate ways, the dog's going to freeze and not catch either bunny. If you have too many options to go after, you're going to freeze and not achieve much. So start by choosing the one thing that you want to put in place first. Keep the other things in the back of your mind, keep them on the list, but what's the one thing you're going to go for first? And then what is the next step that you need to start to bring that into your reality? Because the tool that you need might be something you can go out and get right now. It might be somebody that you can go work with right now, or it might be something that you need some steps to get there. You won't know what steps you need to take on the journey from here to Disneyland until you know where you are and what route you want to take. Are we driving? Are we flying? Are we taking a train? Those directions are going to look a little different for each one. So we need to know what is the next step as you start to move towards bringing that piece that you need into reality, that tool that you need into reality. If one of those tools that you are looking to bring into reality is bringing in an expert to assist you, then your next step might be to reach out to them and discover if you're the right fit for them or not. Because I'll let you know, not everybody is going to be the right fit for you. You should be interviewing the experts that you work with before you ever give them a dime. Because they're there to work for you. They're there to help you get your results. You're not there to help pad their bank account. So you need to have a conversation with them. You need to get them on the phone and have a chat and figure out if they are the right fit for you and your goals. If one of those experts that you're looking to bring in is a gentle chiropractor or maybe a Reiki practitioner, reach out to me and let's see if I'm the right fit for you, because I'm not quite sure. Chiropractic and Reiki can help so many people achieve so many goals of being able to get out and experience life the way that they want to, but I'm just not sure if I'm the right fit for you. So let's have a no-charge phone consultation. Reach out to me, give me a phone call or a text message, and let me know you're looking for a consult. My direct number goes straight to me. There's no middle people. Go straight to me. My number is 636-751-3150. Or if you like to scope me out on the computer, you can visit my website at completewellnesscc.com. And once you're done cruising around on there and checking me out, I've got a tab at the top that says consult. Go there and we'll get you all set to chat and see if I'm the right fit for you. So many of us have been stuck. Play and repeat on the old record of a summer of setbacks over and over. We know the experiences we want to have, and something just keeps coming up and keeps that from happening and keeps us missing out on all those experiences that we really want to be having. Let's get you set up for a sensational summer of success, finally experiencing life the way you want to and the way you deserve to. Until next time, I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye now.